of Soshanguve. 3 years ago, he started to feel very ill.
I end up, going frequently to the toilet, and then as a result, I must drink water. I'm always thirsty. I end up getting sick, not knowing what causes that sickness. And I was not aware that I'm diabetic.
Doctors explained that when we eat, the body breaks down that food into glucose and other nutrients. With the help of the hormone insulin, these get absorbed into the bloodstream and then into the cells. But for patients like Ben, the glucose cannot reach the cells. Instead, it stays in the bloodstream, causing high blood sugar levels, which could result in a number of knock-on health issues, like strokes or kidney disease. Ben and 347 million other people worldwide live with type 2 diabetes. The World Health Organization says the world is facing a growing diabetes epidemic of potentially devastating proportions.
The WHO has projected that the fastest acceleration in the prevalence of diabetes is going to occur in sub-Saharan Africa. So over the next 5 to 10 years, a 98% increase. So Africa will be the new epicenter of this type 2 diabetes.
There is a strong link between type 2 diabetes and obesity, as excess fat makes it harder for cells to respond to insulin. As a result, Ben has had to heavily adjust his lifestyle, trading fatty fast foods for low-fat milk and whole-grain breads. He also had to cut back on his sugar and salt intake.
Usually I used to drink a lot of tea with a lot of sugar, these sweetie cakes, scones. So this thing they contribute for, if you are diabetic, they contribute for your sickness. So now it's vegetable, a lot of vegetable. I'm eating fish, beans to replace protein.
Often type 2 diabetes is regarded as a mild disease, which it isn't. What needs to be done with non-communicable diseases in general is for government to take the lead and imprint an ABC message in patients who are likely to be diabetic. So abstain from overweight, be faithful to exercise, and perhaps try and know your glucose count.
Ben takes metformin tablets twice a day, which he will have to do for the rest of his life. These increase the sensitivity of cells to insulin and decrease the amount of sugar released by the liver into the bloodstream. This acts to lower Ben's blood sugar level. Ben puts a lot of time and effort into maintaining his blood sugar levels. He visits a clinic once a month to check his weight, blood pressure and glucose levels.
There is a small sort of a needle. When you press it, it's like a small little gun, and it's sort of prick you very fast. Blood will ooze. It's just a small drop, and then you take the stick into that small machine, and then the machine will say and indicate to you the level. If it's between 9, 11, 12, it means you are fine, and then that is the correct number which is needed by the doctors. If it's more than that, like 15, what it means your glucose is too high.
The concept is that if the sugars are left untreated for many years, we know complications will happen. Eye disease, heart disease, strokes, foot disease, which often leads to gangrene amputation.
You must check yourself. Almost every day when you wash, you must check your mouth. Because when the sugar level is not balanced, it affects a lot of things. In the mouth, there's a lot of bacteria, and they start to flourish. When you're washing your feet, you're looking for the sauce, You are healing for the sauce. It will take time. And then if you don't look after, your sauce will grow, and then as a result, you end up being amputated, you see.
Ben worries that not enough South Africans know about diabetes and may be living with the disease unknowingly.
People don't know what is diabetes, that's all.
The World Health Organization projects that diabetes will be the 7th leading cause of death in 2030.
What's missing is the link between a good public health education program to make the public aware of diabetes, and then how to prove or disprove that you are diabetic, how to confirm this with a pinprick or with a laboratory test. They're very straightforward to do, very simple, very accurate.